So professional experience section is one of your major parts of a resume. So you want to list it just like with education, present to past, and you also want to maybe filter out some jobs you've had in the past. So if you were a server at Applebee's in 1999, you would not want to list that unless you're trying to be a manager for a restaurant. Then list that, but only if it's relevant. So, rule of thumb is past 5 years and any relevant jobs to what you're applying for. So, to begin, you list the date, of course, of when the year range of when you were at that job. And if it is just for 1 year, like March to November of 2019, just put 2019 and that's it. If it is a current job, you put the year you started to present, like you can see in my own professional experience. So you want to do that, and then you list the job title, the company, and the location. There's many different ways to do that. I did it all in one line to save space. But if you're trying to eat up space, you could list it on multiple lines. Then you want to list your job duties. And you want to use phrases, not sentences. Nobody wants to read paragraphs in a resume when they're looking for who to hire. They want quick phrases that gives a big picture of what you did and anything relevant to the new job that you had at one job can apply to the new job you're applying for. So begin with action verbs or what you did. So one of mine at the peer project tutor, it says supervise peer tutors. It did not say supervision, it says supervise. Tutor undergraduate students. That I tutored them. That's an active action verb. It was very specific, and you could see that at most my job, what I did is 3 lines long at most. So keep it simple. You want to be varied in your action verbs you're using. You don't want to use the same word to begin each skill because then that looks very repetitive. On another note, me criticizing my own resume, you could see all the words are kind of one big blob. So for my own resume, if I were to edit it, I would potentially make these lines bigger or the job skill area smaller, or I would add some color and make it bold, something to make these lines of information more noticeable. So that way the skills part is not as noticeable and it kind of breaks up the monotony of what the employer is looking for. Because if I'm in an interview and the person interviewing me wants to reference one of my jobs, they want to be able to quickly find it. If they're asking about my tutoring experience, they don't want to have to read through all this just to find it. They want to see it right there, easy to see. So I would bold this or color or put a line break in between these areas maybe. It's everyone does their different things. I am going to do my own thing. But that's what a resume is. Easy to read, easy to spot key information without reading a novel. So keep it simple.